Welcome back. This is day 51. And it looks like last time we were still in the middle of finishing up the junk collection part 8 request for Ichinose. We have 6 more illegal documents. Illegal. Seriously. Illegible documents. 6 more of those left. And then last but not least, we will finish up this one as well. And again, for this, the nature of this request just has us, either running around this jail, looking for those floating cubes, right? Leave it to RNG to sort of spawn up a lot of these items that we're looking for. Otherwise, you also have the option to face off against some of the name shadows that sort of try your luck. But of course, a lot of this process does require defeating shadows in general. So, sort of pick your poison kind of thing. White sunglasses. And these white sunglasses seem to be very common as a drop for this dungeon. And of course, yeah, they're going to warn me about this guy being OP, which we are already familiar with. And so moving on to the next phase, there is this box sword stick, and we've seen that as well. So ideally there's like 2 locations, that we've seen, which does spawn a few of those ineligible, was that the word? Yeah. Documents. It's weird that I cannot ambush any one of them. There we go. And more of these white sunglasses. And this is another one where we can actually skip entirely. And there's that, next possibility of it being the item that we need.
That a fight? I nearly fell asleep. You should apply the same effort in the next battle.
Okay. So another false alarm didn't work sort of situation.
It's on here.
Sure.
Okay, this is our chance.
Show me your true self.
This is our chance. Wipe them out. Right. Do it. That's a beautiful combo, Panther. Panther Puff. Get ready. Get ready. Target. The enemy's almost in sight. Only a few enemies left. You've got this.
I'll do it.
And no good.
Oh, nicely.
So we can maybe try another checkpoint. Maybe this guy right here.
Right. What's the plan? All right, let's go.
Switch it. Fall to my blade.
Scatter. You're still almost done. Almost there. Let's get it. Persona. Blaster. Zoro. Follows up. It's my goal. Zoro, show your boss. If only all battles were this easy.
Flip the pace.
Take him out. Quick and clean. Go, go, go!
Ravage them. Now. Persona.
Oh, nice, Joker! You hit its weakness!
Go ahead.
The enemy's busy. This is your chance. Start wailing on him. Out of our way! Persona! Johanna! It's yours!
I'll do it.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Let's keep this up.
Shadow's here. Be careful, everyone.
Take this.
Yeah, that's odd. It's like it's reached its limits, but at the same time that means we can't really ambush it. So it's kind of odd, and that sucks right there.
Use the right, and we'll run circles around the enemy.
You're mine.
Got it? Quick, those weaknesses.
Whoa, that was sweet. Persona. Ravage them. Let's go.
That was too easy.
Good stuff, guys. Keep it coming.
You got him right where you want him. Whenever you're ready. Got him now. Almost there. One last push.
Got it.
Good thinking, Joker.
Persona. Let's go. Ravage them.
Got off quite well.
Be gone.
This is Rat Mob. Easy victory ahead.
Okay.
Congratulations, Joker. I'd like at least a little more challenge. Let's move on. Look, a shadow. What do we do?
All right, so clearly the RNG gods are not smiling upon us.
We got
I'll reveal your true form.
What do you think? Can you pull it off? This will be a piece of cake.
Persona. You're mine.
Okay, there we go. And unfortunately, we only got one. So it's like, you know, is it worth it to even continue on down the road? We're not sure how many of the boxes remain.
I'm picking up a shadow nearby.
I'm not sure what I was thinking right there.
No need to panic. We can always turn this around. We can do it.
Oh, okay, so there you go. We got lucky there. So that fight did result in us getting at least 3 additional ineligible documents. So with that, we should be done. So finally we can leave this jail for the time being.
Looks like there aren't any shadows here.
Thankfully, a lot of these shadows don't get respawned, so it's like you have a chance to backtrack with ease.
Yeah. Better quit while we're ahead. This is the request. Are you double checking the Good job.
And as a result, we get another weapon for Ryuji. Ruyi Jingu Bang S. As crazy as it sounds, it does have a pretty good attack power. And of course it gives you auto Tarokaja, so it's really good. And we seem to have allocated some bond skill points that we can certainly use here. I mean, I'm willing to just throw everything here for the time being, the Spirit Striker. And thankfully we're at the max on that end, so that's very good. And before we tackle the next request, and by the way, we've hit 1,000,000 yen this episode, so it's very good. And that's without, you know, even having to grind. But it makes sense given that you can get a bunch of yen easily in the end game. And here I am yet again stacking up on more than enough HP items, and as usual not enough SP. These are always a plus, which I, you know, hadn't really used until endgame, but those are super helpful, especially when you're in a pinch. And I really wish there was a, you know, batch buy and sell for transactions in Sophia's shop. But unfortunately, we don't have that option.
How many would you like? You're buying quite a bit. You put it to good use, okay? Thank you very much. What are you selling? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure?
All right. And let's go ahead and save yet again. All right, so continuing with the next batch of requests. This one's going to be a Thieves Challenge from Mona. And, you know, as usual, we try to reach those requests icon. Without having to fast travel.
Okay, we can do this.
And it should be nothing crazy. Thankfully, with this jail, you can only take one path. So there's no need to overplan, you know, how we want to get to our endpoint. Because as you can see here, there's only one way you can go for you to reach you know, the destination. Unfortunately, we will have to encounter a good number of shadows. Because that's just, you know, you wouldn't want to risk getting into trouble. And what's interesting here is this is the second time I'm about to encounter one of those treasure demons. So let's go ahead and knock one of these guys out and then get back to that.
Persona! Switch out.
Leave it to me. Charge!
Alright. You took out most of it. Don't let up, guys.
Out of our way! Right in the week. Totally a clean move. Let's switch! Wait, it's over? That flew by. All right. No time to waste. Okay, I'm picking up something close by.
Here it is. 30 seconds to defeat this guy. That's just impossible, I think. Abyssal Bizor. Okay, well this sucks. It doesn't... Time doesn't unfortunately wait. Even when you're on the menu. Which is pretty sad. I don't think this is gonna work. Unless we managed to make it just in time. Yes, we did. Wow, 154,000 yen as the reward. And I seem to have missed what else we acquired. And of course, that did drain some of our SP. But that right there was, believe it or not, the second treasure demon that we encountered in the game. And that's us being, you know, at the end game stage. Hopefully that didn't fail a request for whatever reason, and we're okay.
Hang on a sec.
Skip through this guy.
Give it a 5 out of 10. It's a shadow. Stay alert.
Show me your true self.
The only way through here is to simply ambush.
It's on here. I think we all did really well. Okay, let's keep it moving. Nice one. Keep it up.
And this one I know for certain we can avoid by simply doing this. But unfortunately, we will have to make through
Shadow.
or make our way through here.
We better watch ourselves. Ready anytime. Just say the word.
I'll reveal your true form.
As long as we keep the advantage, the battle is ours.
Switch out.
Hey, let's clear a path. You've got this.
I'll do it.
If only all battles were this easy. Here's hoping the next one's just as easy. Well, what do we have here?
Actually, I think we can skip through this guy.
Ooh, what's that?
Alright, so one map down, a few more to go. This one is just making our way through and going to the Hall of the Ark. Hopefully no shadows here, so all clear. And then on towards the depths of the abyss, which should be the last map that we have to cut through to get to our destination. So I can jump here, do a move, and then go straight to an ambush.
Breeze right past them.
Don't let up the assault.
Dizzy, this is your chance.
And what's cool about doing the one more now at this stage in the bond skill points is that it does restore a little bit of SP every time.
Sensing less enemies. Let's finish this.
So now we don't have to be quite as conservative in saving up SP.
Yours.
Now I'm even more dependable. Not even worth my time.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep this up.
So onwards north.
A shadow. What should we do?
Here, I don't see anything we can latch onto, so what we can do is do a move and then an ambush.
Talk about lucky. Another rack up the stairs. Super Buster follow-up attack. Joker, you're low on stamina. Be careful. The enemy's dizzy. This is your chance. Start wailing on him. Oh, no. Super cool, Joker.
Let's go.
So almost there. So 50% of the map, at least.
Shadow, careful, okay?
Take this.
Not sure if I can kind of aim at this guy from here. Let's try this.
Initiating combat. Stay sharp, people. Let's give it our all. We'll try. Johanna! Gotta exploit those weaknesses. Sorry. Yours.
Let us end this.
Say your prayer. Use it. Your turn.
I'll do it.
Lucia's 1, 2, 3. We should apply the same effort in the next battle.
Another ambush.
This is our chance. Wipe 'em out.
Persona. Take this.
Bingo. That seals this one. Perfect. Pulled that off quite well. Don't forget his follow-up attack. Almost there. Let's go. Let's take it, Joker.
That's it, Joker. Persona.
Low level, but it nullifies sides, so just calm down. Don't forget what you learned from this battle. Okay, let's move. I'm picking up a shadow nearby. You've used up a lot of stamina. I'd say now's the time to call it.
There we go.
Let's get it. This ought to be easy. Don't forget your follow-up attack. Weakness is fire. Turn it to a trick. Burn it up. Turn with wind or nuclear attack.
Persona.
You're running out of steam now. Time to pull out all the stops.
You're mine.
They're pitiful. Give 'em a dirt nap. Is everyone all right? Whew. Okay. On to the next one. Shadow's here. Be careful, everyone. You can strike the enemy from here. Woohoo! Time for a royal victory. We got this. Come on, everyone.
Let's go.
We've got him now. Just keep it up.
It's over.
Don't forget your follow-up attack.
Rabbit Zap.
Nice, Joker. You hit his weakness. You're doing great. Your chance. It's showtime.
That was almost too easy.
Let's move on. Not a shadow in sight. Better keep moving. Okay, right where we want it.
Taking them by surprise.
And we can execute Showtime, thankfully.
Kurama Tengu. Here.
Whoa, you make this look easy.
Oh, how truly marvelous.
That was almost one. Let's finish this. You've awakened to a new power. Someone looks happy.
So just a few more shadows to cut through, but at the same time, we want to be careful.
Guys, keep it coming.
This guy doesn't look like he seems to be moving.
Take this.
You're low on stamina. Be careful.
Persona.
Gotta exploit those weaknesses. We have started.
You're mine.
Enemy's busy. This is your chance. Start wailing on it.
Switch out.
Leave it to me. This is my other spell. Charge! You're on your last leg. Don't let up. Persona! Let's switch.
Sure.
You call that a fight? I nearly fell asleep. You should apply the same effort in the next battle. We got him right where we want him. Whenever you're ready. He's got to leave it to me. Yes, this one's the time. Almost there. Stay strong, everyone. Game over.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
we are
Okay.
right there.
Remember there was a
Done.
checkpoint around here.
So it did take a good bit of walking around, and we had to go through nearly every horde of shadows on these maps.
Okay, let's head back.
So with that, we should be done with all the requests that are available. Man, we seem to have obtained a magic incense from that last one. Speaking of those items, I don't believe I've went back ever to where I can start using these. So maybe a good idea to start doing that now. So we have a good bit of these. Speed-wise. And before I make use of these sorts of items, I do prefer looking at some of their stats. I know for Joker, that's probably determined by a lot of his persona. I assume that's the case for others as well. Yeah, agility 35. And, you know, each pass I do here, I say, okay, well, who has the lowest? Well, so far, it's clearly Ryuji. So I think he's going to need some agility points. Let's go ahead and kind of use the speed ones on Skull. And HP wise, I feel like this one I just want to give to Joker regardless. Same thing with SP. Just because he's usually the one that tanks when it comes to persona. And of course, having all sorts of skills, you want to kind of make sure he's as balanced as possible. From a power perspective, which what deals with, I believe, attack. Or is it defense? Assuming it is attack. Because if we were to look at these, right? Unless it's categorized as strength. But it can also be endurance. So slightly confusing. I'm not sure about that. But if I were to go on attack power, for instance. And of course, there's no point in powering up Futaba outside of her maybe HP. There's no point because she has absolutely no interaction in battle. I guess Sophie is the one that has the lowest attack power. Well, we don't care about Futaba. That's what we can do.
My,
And I know this is a conservative approach, but again, we have a limited amount of these incense items. So I feel like that's the best way to make use of these. And I think it did increase her strength just now. Or ST, which is strength. So close enough. Magic wise. And that's something that's determined at the persona level. So we'll skip Joker just because he has access to different persona. And going off of that stat, so we have what, Ryuji at 33, who is currently the lowest. Yeah. So Ryuji would need a boost, I think. There you go. And last but not least, a guard incense. And this increases endurance. And we have 2 of these. So I would follow the same process there. Looking at persona. So 49, 34, 33. So it looks like Noir has... Or I'm sorry. Anne has the lowest. And there you have it. So that's the best we can do from an incense perspective. Go ahead and save. And at this point, we can probably jump into, I guess, the next jail, Tree of Knowledge. And I would hope that unlike the Jail of the Abyss, we can actually use checkpoints and return at any time. So fingers crossed for that. Stats wise, I think I've incorporated Sophia and Zenkichi the least lately. So what we're going to do is maybe switch Anne with Sophia and Makoto with Zenkichi.
Let's go.
What the hell?
It's not safe here. Everyone get out! Huh? No reply. They're all glued to their phones. It's like they're lined up to go on a pilgrimage. Where are they all going? It's like the elevator's swallowing them all up.
Damn it! What's going on in here?
Emma is taking them to the place it calls the Promised Land.
The peers were unable to enter.
Look, more people are coming. Tons of them.
All these people, getting their hearts changed.
We have to hurry. Let's track down Emma.
We haven't much time. Can any stairwells reach the server room? No, but if we can reach the main deck, we should find another elevator.
Then let's head there. See any places where we can gain elevation? Are these tree roots or something? They're super creepy.
Trees often represent life and fertility, but these roots look much more sinister than usual.
Oh, that looks suspicious.
This is our chance. As long as you don't blow it.
Be gone.
That was over before it started. I should have taken a nap. Let's move on. I see a treasure chest. The There's something good inside. Joker.
Mechanical heart.
Oh, oh.
That looks like an accessory for,
Yo!
I guess, Futaba? Either Futaba or Sophia. Actually, no, it could have been... It's a weapon for Sophia. And it's really good. We get plus 30 HP with a boost in attack power. So,
I'll take it.
definitely a win situation there.
Got him right where we want him.
Show me the true self.
This is our chance. Wait for that. Hey, let's clear a path.
Fire! Strike!
Yeah, I could get used to this.
Oh, nice one. Keep it up. Shadow sighted. The building infrastructure has become rather wild. It has been warped in an artful way.
Personally, I'd never call such a dreary abomination. It's focus on the danger instead of the aesthetics. Cause the score crumble.
Good thinking, Joker. This was over before it began. Good job, everyone.
Okay, let's keep this up.
Look, the wall's broken over there. You can see it's the floor above us. I bet we can get higher through there. Let's check it out, Joker.
We can intercept them from here. Ready when you are.
Show me your true self.
Okay, let's finish that.
All right, so it's looks like it's a sort of a boss fight right there.
You're doing great.
And of course, if you can utilize a lot of those move commands, kind of makes life easier if they're close to you. And I'm not sure what these guys are actually weak to. Okay, so curse.
Let's go. Now! Persona!
I can get that one. All right, leave it to me. It's in your hands. I'll do it.
You're mine. Come!
I'll cover you.
Joker got in a follow-up attack. Amazing shot.
Fire!
Lightning strong. Let's use the gun attack. Ready, aim, fire.
Rabbit step!
Great, Joker. Ah, come on.
On towards a path of yearning.
Worse off than the floor below us.
And unfortunately, the first checkpoint we come across is all the way at the end of this map. Towards a path of surrender.
Bad it's going to get. I only hope these roots don't keep us from reaching our destination. If they get to be too much, just leave it to me. I'll mow anything down with my trusty axe.
Right, that's great. to
I'll
hear.
reveal your true form. This ought to be good.
Yes, this won't take long.
Persona!
If I won't do it, then stop it to smithereens.
had their head.
So I doubt I'll bother going northeast. As you can see, nothing crazy there. But we will have to deal with these guys.
Show me your true self. It's over. Persona! You're mine. Strike. It's over. Didn't even break a sweat.
Is this tower popular with tourists?
Quite. It's a historic landmark of Tokyo. Its marriage of function and form gives it an almost regal.
We'll check it out when it's back to normal one day, Sophie. We have to turn it back the way it was.
Take this.
Low level, but it nullifies size, so just mow it down.
You're mine. What?
Snap that! Incoming attack! Brace yourself!
Persona! Lilith! Moat! Kahula! Trumpet! Fortune! Amino! Corella! Draco! Are set! Take this!
The end is in sight. We can do it.
Fire!
Don't have much health left.
Okay.
Bring us to you. Careful. Give him a turn now. You guys rock. Okay, let's move.
So it looks like there's clearly going to be another boss fight up ahead.
This might be of interest.
Just as the death of suffering is nigh, the dawning of a new god too was. Man shall obtain its fate and be delivered from doubt and strife. Now, enter the promised land.
Oh yeah, these guys are definitely strong.
No way is that happening. I don't care how much doubt I have. I want my freedom. Not only that, suffering can have positive outcomes as well. Like how we all met.
Fools.
Let's go.
Merciless Inquisitor and the Blackened Fury.
Lilith!
So one of them is clearly weak to ice.
Kahula! Trumpeter! Fortuna! Amino! Corella! Amino! Corella!
I guess that's all we can exploit in this fight.
Lilith! Moat! Kahula!
Unless the other guy is weak to Bless.
Amino Uzume! Take this!
Oh, nice, Joker! You hit its weakness.
Step it up to on my watch. This one. Okay.
And that was pretty deadly right there. Thankfully, we do have some revival items. So more than enough. No, none of them is weak to Bless either. So that second one, I have no clue. Safest option is to probably work on the buffs initially. And I forgot that we actually had Wolf on deck, where you can actually use Heat Riser. And this will just increase everything. That's really what I should have done. But that does take a good bit of SP, as you can see. So his role is clearly over.
Thank you.
Interesting. So I guess the other guy is weak to heavy gun moves. That does utilize your SP as a result. And so you just got to be kind of careful there. And of course, let's not forget, we still have that other guy to worry about. So we'll hit him with an ice move. And of course, thankfully we've gotten showtime just in time. But at least one of them has been defeated. And as for the other guy, we can just kind of take him down with either technicals or at least some gun damage. There you go.
Is your stamina okay? Make sure you don't burn yourself out.
And thankfully we can return from jail. And we do have 2 checkpoints here.
All right, let's make our way back.
So next we'll return and we'll actually visit the Velvet Room. I think it's been a while since we powered up some of our persona, as well as new fusions.
You wish to strengthen it? How much power will you add?
And of course, Joker's level is capped at 64, so we cannot go above that.
Okay.
Awaken your new self. You wish to strengthen it? How much power will you add? This is what you...
Okay.
How much power will you add?
I feel like our sin has been lagging behind for a while.
This is what...
Okay.
And I don't think we can do any more
the power needed.
to that end. This one I had gotten as a result of an accidental fusion.
Power needed.
I think we've capped
How
there
much
as
power
well.
will you add? This is what you...
Okay.
You lack the power needed. You wish to browse the entries. What will you be would you like to register? This persona has been registered in its present. Please take a look.
So there's probably quite a few that are, you know, sort of unknown to us at this point. This one looks like it's a Seth, but we can't really get to these until we either encounter it in game and defeat it, or I guess acquire one of the masks.
This persona is unknown.
So, and this is a Thor. So a lot of these are ones that
This persona is unknown.
I'll probably want to tackle post game.
This persona is unknown. This persona is unknown.
And that's the one that we just saw earlier.
May luck be on your side.
Hey. Yeah.
This should be helpful. Things are discounted right now. You should buy something.
And what's interesting, and I could be wrong, I'm not sure here, is that her, for Sophia's item shop at this point in the game, it seems like the items are respawning faster than usual.
How many would you like? You put it to good use, okay? You thank you very much. How many would you like? You thank you very much. How many would you like? You thank you very much. How many would you like? You put it to good use. How many would you like? You want thank you very much.
And come to think of it, I have yet to do another cooking session at Joker's kitchen.
You're buying quite a bit. How many would you like? You put it to good use, okay? You thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You're buying quite a bit. How many would you like? How many would you like? You thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You're buying quite a bit. How many would you like? You put it to good use, okay? How many would you like? You put it to good use. How many would you like? You put it to good use. Okay. How many would you like? You thank you very much. You put it to good use, okay? You put it to good use, okay? You're buying quite a bit. How many would you like? You thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You put it to good use, okay? You're buying quite. How many would you like? You thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You thank you very much. You thanks for your patronage. You're buying quite a bit. How many would you like? You put it to good use, okay? How many would you like? You put it to good use, okay?
Okay. And selling wise, we have a lot of stuff as well
Are you sure?
from that last raid.
Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? Are you sure?
What's on the menu?
You making something?
So let's start with the SP
This?
based dishes first.
Very impressive. Won't that be kind of difficult?
Very nice.
Oh, pretty nice. Sure. Why not?
Phew.
Hey, looks pretty. Won't that be kind of difficult?
Phew.
You're quite the cook. Sure. Why not?
All done.
Very impressive. You're making this?
All done.
Hey, looks pretty good. You're making this?
All done.
You're quite the cook.
Alright, so that would mean we have more than enough items put together at this point to continue our, I guess, excavation of the next jail, the Tree of Knowledge. And so we have reached the end of today's stream, and next time we'll continue, you know, towards the last dungeon. And again, you know, we have no more requests outside of that, the one dealing with the dire shadows. So we will definitely get to that in time as well. So for now, let's focus on endgame, and then we'll move on to post-game. And as always, thanks for tuning in to today's stream, and we will see you next time.